Oh, it's Monday. What's up? It is Service Yano Alexander. This is the Making Mogul Hour, somewhere between 7 and 8, which means you either win with us or you watch us win, baby. I'm your co-host. Unfortunately, I'm not here with the amazing Dime. That's Dime with a Y, not an I, but I gotta say it anyway. And so I gotta take it myself. And this one is a real good interview. So I hope y'all locked in. I hope any artist in the New York City scene ready to really pay attention because this episode is one for the ages. We caught it at the right time. This is Women's History Month. And y'all about to listen to two men explain to you why women run hip hop. So, welcome to Make a Mogul once again, where you win with us or watch us win. And I'm joined by the one, the only, the famous, the creator, Stephen Wells. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, my boy.
Okay. Let's get into it. This is the Making Moguls Hour. We get into exactly what it takes to win, and we give them no fluff, no bullshit, just straight actionable steps. And the first thing I want to get into is you as a creator, right? You've done videography. You had your own music back in the day?
Before we did that?
You had your own music back in the day?
Nah. I'm behind the camera.
Straight behind the camera. And you have developed this platform, right?
Yup.
That has not only gone viral, but become a home for artists in New York City in a way that captures the real feel of the city, right? Sure. And first of all, shout out to you.
Thank you, bro.
I want to give you all of your applause on that. Yeah. And I'm going to start by saying this, I'm so proud of what you do because I had an idea to do something similar, right? I used to do this thing called the Underground Concert Series, and the whole thing was it's the heart of New York, it's letting artists from New York rise up, and I always wanted to shoot a video or something using the subway train. I even wanted to create a beat using that shit like that and make a whole mixtape out of it. But, I didn't have the time. I didn't have the resources at the time. So when I seen 1Train Cyphers come out, at first I was like, damn, wait, somebody stole the idea. But I was like, wait, no, he taking this into a whole different perspective. And I love Cyphers. Cyphers is where I developed my craft as a rapper just because I love freestyling. And so to see you take this platform, to see you capture the essence of New York rap in a way that hasn't been captured in so long. The rap scene that has come out of New York has become very reminiscent of capturing other vibes and bringing it here, right? And, it is all about cheap skills. It's all about whatever's already popping and taking that moving. And you have, again, captured the feel of New York and got artists excited to participate in something, which we don't see often. So what was your inspiration for even getting involved with that?
I mean, it was the nostalgia, man. It was that I'm a 90s baby, so I grew up on, X, Hove with the Bodyguard, or Wu-Tang in the hallway, or fucking Mos Def in the park. So it's like, we ain't have that type of raw, authentic cypher feel. It was like, we have BT, cool. We got Double XL, cool. But it was like, we need something that's like that raw, like almost like you want purposely low production. Just feel. I want to feel it. I don't care about the lights. I don't care about 4K, 6K. I want to feel the energy. So back in 2019, I was like, I do video and I work with artists, and I was like, yo, we don't have this. I'm from Harlem, so I'm on the one line. So I'm like, I'm gonna just tell some artists that I already work with, bring them on the 1Train, and let's fuck with this. 1Train Cyphers, it made sense. It was just like a natural, this is my life. And, this is already my life. I'm just gonna put it together.
Okay. So now I gotta ask, because I know everybody been thinking it. I don't know if they said it, right? Was the creation of it in any way homage to A$AP Rocky's Ain't Nobody Better Than the 1Train?
Nah, bro. I'm from Harlem, so I'm from the one line.
So you ain't need A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, it was like, it's funny because A$AP is more for the east side.
For the east side,
he's more east side, so he's more on the 4-5 ABC, I think a D Chain 2-5. So I'm right on the west side where the 1Train is, and I went to high school on the 1Train. My whole life has been on the 1Train. So it worked out because everybody was like, oh, it's the 1Train like from the ASAP song. But yeah,
that's okay. So now that's first and foremost. I'm glad I caught that because you was more authentic to the 1Train than even ASAP Rocky.
Come on, man.
ASAP, you should have done better than the 4Train.
Come on,
you
man.
tried to make it sound cool. That's cool. I get it. You know,
You probably took the 1Train.
It's for the aesthetics. Now him and Rihanna riding the 1Train. I see them. I give him that.
ASAP, we need you, man. You and Riri gotta pull up.
Yeah, y'all gotta pull up again.
Pull
Y'all,
up,
especially y'all, because y'all put on.
Come on, man.
For Harlem.
Yeah.
And for authentic rap. Because, again, ASAP was a movement. And now we have a whole new movement that captures the sound of the city, right? And so, artists, right? From an artist perspective, how do you decide what artists get to participate? That's the first thing. Because everybody always like, I want to be in, I want to be on. Yeah. How do they get involved?
So we have different tiers, right? Like we have the public ciphers that is open to everybody. It's open to anybody. It'll be like, this is the date, the time, pull up.
Okay.
And that's why we have 200-300 people. And you get a chance. You get 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? Show us what you got. Now, then there's something called selects. Selects is more like we handpicking people. It's more niched up. And it's more like genre-based. It's curated. Like we might do an R&B cipher.
Okay.
And pick 10 singers or 10 rappers from the BX or Brooklyn.
BX cipher. Okay.
So, but my A&R team just takes care of just look for talent. We don't care about follower count, clout. We care about, are you nice?
Okay.
Straight up.
And question about that. So now let's define nice for the audience, right? What do you guys look for in a nice artist? Like, is it all about bars no matter what? Is it about delivery? Is it about like stage presence / camera presence? Like, how do you guys define nice?
A little bit of everything, man. You can see talent. You know when someone's talented, someone got potential talent. Like you can tell when someone has put in hours in their craft compared to somebody that hasn't. So it's like preparation will expose you faster than anything else. So if you're not ready, you're choking up, you're forgetting your lyrics, you're not landing bars. And honestly, the people will let you know if you're killing it. That's what I love about it.
And that's
when you're going crazy, the whole train is rocking. When you're not, everybody's like, all right, next.
Waiting for you.
Who next? So the people will let you know who's nice or not. But for us, we love hip hop, so we're gonna see like you gotta just be nice. So, like, is it flow? Is it cadence? Is it presence? Are you doubling, tripling? Are you more surface, but like you coming with energy? You might be a storyteller. We want to see something. We've been listening to hip hop our whole life, so we'll know engage on like, are you nice or not? You know
okay, I like that. Because again, for me, that's where hip hop lives and dies, right? I grew up in the ciphers. I was molded by the ciphers. Again, I've always considered cipher rap. And even if you write, because I'm not a writer, I just go for the purpose of off the top, because that's my creative passion. But I feel at the end of the day, if it's written or not, those ciphers is where that energy is born, right? Yeah. That's where real hip hop.
Iron sharpen iron.
And like a lot of artists these days are afraid of this. Like that is something I'm so proud of you guys for creating a space where artists are willing to step into the cipher, because we have moved so far away from hip hop being on the street corners, and hip hop being a voice of, at least on the mainstream level, because the internet has created a space for hip hop to be, the voice of everyone. Anybody can pick up a mic and rap, but not everyone listens to those picking up a mic and rap. A lot of it funnels down to the same baseline of music. Drill has taken over, trap has taken over, popcorn music. The lyrics don't need to mean a lot in a lot of spaces. And so the fact that you created a space where 300 people come in and they respect what is happening enough to not show up with no bullshit. Because I've watched a lot of the ciphers. Some of my favorite artists, some of the artists I've managed have went to that cipher. And nobody I've ever watched has showed. I mean, unless you just cut their videos and they don't make it. But I've never seen nobody step onto those ciphers and not at least bring what they had to the table, right? And so with that, the second part is, as someone who saw something in 2019, who started building it, what about it made you realize this was something to take seriously? And then the second part of that question is, what steps did you take, at that moment when you realized this was something, that was gonna set you up to build the brand?
To build it out, yeah. It's funny because in the beginning it was more for like the nostalgic feeling. Like it wasn't even like a plan. It was like I want to do this. It's a passion project, and I'm just gonna do it. And it was like 5 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, and it was just for the love of it. But then I started noticing, after a couple of years, it went from like 5 to 10, and then 10 to 15. And then when I had gone on tour and came back on tour, the uniqueness was people wanted to shoot with me because I shoot. So that was like sort of my like bread and butter. It's like I'm building this platform, but I'm also elite at this camera stuff. So it's like if I'm shooting you, it's gonna be fire, and I'm also creating a platform for it to be fire. So we started going from like 5 people to 10 people, 10 to 20. And I remember when I came back from tour, I think we did when it was like 25 people. And that for me was like, oh shit, people pulling up. I didn't promote this like this. I just put it online and I saw 25 people. And I'm like, okay, cool. 50 people. I'm like, yo, hold up. 75. And I was like, then every one, it was like a 5 Cyphers streak of like doubling the population.
Okay.
So once we hit 100 people, which that day was like mind-boggling because we pull up and we're like, yo, it's mad people over there. Who's that for? And then I didn't even know it was for us. I was like, man, niggas over there. Was someone fighting? We pull up. It was for us. I'm like, I'm looking at my team. It was only like 5, 6 of us. I'm like, oh shit, hold up. This is getting real now. And
you
then
start thinking about security.
I'm like, yo, we might need this today. This is like, how are we gonna manage this? I don't even know what to do with 100 people right now. So at that moment, I was like, okay, we got something a little bit more serious. We gotta like hone in on this now. It's not just like doing it for fun. It's like, nah, people really pulling up, and we're noticing it's building a community of people that are coming together, networking. It's about love. It's about unity. And I was like, damn, it's cool seeing people that don't know each other, and then now they're showing each other love online. They're working with each other. So it's like it took a life on its own. So I was like, oh, we got something special here. I think we got to harp on this more. Really like systemize it, make this like an actual brand, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was that first, like, I think when we hit 50 people, I looked at it and I was like, okay, hold up, we got something here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
For me, I was like, yeah, this is.
And we're gonna change gears for a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. And so now we're gonna talk about Stephen Wells, the videographer, right? Because you have done some amazing work.
Thank you, bro.
With some amazing artists. Matter of fact, I don't even want to start butcher. I want you to tell the people your resume, especially on this tour. Because again, once I seen, I think you had came back from the tour when we first met.
Yeah. I just came back from one of them. Yeah.
And again, I went and I looked into all the stuff you was doing, and I was like, nah, this guy's serious. And one of the things I really appreciate about you, and I will give you all your flowers for, is a lot of people, like, again, camera work takes a lot of work, right? I give all the videographers, especially when you're good at editing, a lot of credit. Sitting there and putting them videos together, storyboarding, cutting all the angles, it's a lot of fucking work. And a lot of artists do not appreciate the work that other people around them, studio managers and sound engineers, videographers, all of them. A lot of people just think this popcorn and they're like, here's your money, come give me my shit. Village. And we not doing that. We respecting the shooter. And so with that, yeah, I really want you to let them know, like, your journey as a videographer.
Yeah, so, I mean, started this back in 2016, fresh from college. And videography came because of, like, I was, like, depressed a little bit because I didn't know what I wanted to do. After college, I didn't want to get a job. I didn't want a 9 to 5 because I interned and it was just not for me. I was looking at the clock, falling asleep on the desk, cubicle shit. I couldn't do it. So I was like, this can't be my next 40 years. I got to figure something else out. So I graduate, and I didn't know what to do. I'm just, I'm helping my boy. He had a wedding business. I was like the marketing guy there. I wasn't really doing video yet, but I got into this state where I didn't want to wake up some days. I'm like, I just want to stay sleeping because life is hard. Family looking at me crazy. Like, yo, go get a job, bro. What you doing? You just graduated college. I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. But finally, I was trying everything. I tried rap, tried singing, poetry, making shirts. And then I landed on video. I picked up a camera and I was like, oh, let me fuck with this. And then I liked it. I was like, okay. I woke up, did another video, and I was like, damn, I have like a passion for this because I got this excitement. And it was the only thing during that era that got me to do something. So I was like, hold on, let me start tapping into this a little bit more. And then within like 2 months, I got an opportunity from like this cannabis brand in Toronto.
Okay.
They were like, yo, we like your content, we like your eye. I'm like, me? I just picked up a camera. I don't know what I'm doing. You want to hire me out? So I was like, okay, cool. And then after that, I was like, I just tapped into YouTube University.
Okay.
And then I started Googling one new thing each day for like 90 days. And I was like, at the end of these 3 months, I'm going to be 90 times better. And if I continue learning one small thing every day, I'm going to get way better in time. And then after 6 months, I got like better and then better. And then I got to a point where I'm like, I got the passion, I got the work ethic, and now I know how to learn fast. So that was sort of like the beginnings of it. And then, 9 years later, it's been literally, I never stopped. I just like picked up the camera and kept going. And this is where we are now. But yeah, that was like the origins of it. And it was just, I kept going. And as I kept going, opportunities kept coming. And
let them know some of them opportunities, man. Because these niggas need to recognize, for real, bro.
I appreciate that.
There's other people out here thinking they the nicest people behind the camera and don't understand that there's other niggas out here working. So let them know.
I don't even, let's see, I guess my first look was like, shout out to Cheekly Millennium. Okay. Like an influencer couple that they were looking for a camera guy, and I just reached out. Shout out to Rosie, my girl. She was like, yo, you should reach out to them. I'm like, all right, but they ain't gonna pick me. And he was like, yo, your shit fire, bro. Let's link, I think, like tomorrow. And I was like, oh, shit. He was like my first person that had, like, following and had some clout. So, and he loved my work. So I was like, all right, I started with that. And then it started with just, like, going to, like, Rolling Louds. And then going to SOBs. And, like, you know, buying tickets and just shooting concerts. And, like, I had moments where, like, Tiana Taylor would show love. And then shout out to ASAP. ASAP would show love. And then Ferg. And then I had, who was it? It was, I think DJ Khaled had showed some love. And then I think the first big thing was it Danny? I think I did some work for Danny Lay. Okay. She was like blowing up. Okay. And then, you know, then I got to do her debut album cover, which was like a side mission, but
that was you?
That was my
That was you?
Art. Yeah, it was just crazy.
Fire. So okay.
Her debut, I got to do that. Shout out to my boy Divide. He gave me the alley-oop, really.
That's mad crazy because like I think I still have that album saved in my music thing. So to know I know the nigga that made that album cover. Now I gotta listen to it even more. Danny Lay, you about to run up your streams. My bad, bro.
So it was just like stuff like that. Then the video went viral. Then the baby reposted. I went to Rolling Loud. The baby reposted. So it was like these little moments of like I just kept grinding, and then I'll get like a little viral moment, and it just kept going to the point that like when I got my big like break was when like Russ had picked me up on that world tour. And again, at this point, I'm already like, I'm like 6 years in already in the craft. So I'm already like seasoned. I got my style. People already know me for what I do. So when he asked for like, yo, I'm looking for a shooter, I just sent that like at 3 a.m. on some just like, fuck it.
You just saw it on social media?
Yeah, I just like, let me just send a link over. Like I had a fire video, but it was just like, they never see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always sent it out to 1,000 artists, but no one ever
sees it, yeah.
So I was like, cool, I sent it, but he reacted. And he was like, yo, this shit's fire, bro. I want to take you on tour. And I was like, what? I bet. And then his manager called me the day after, and it was just like, I'm on a world tour 3 weeks later. And that was the moment where like things started to like really just like change, because now it's like my work is shown to the world, and then now it's like now the world gets to see what I do, and then that's when everything starts to flow even at a higher level, and then yeah, from there everything was just like skyrocketed,
and that's beautiful. And
took off from there.
Again, looking back at who you are as a person, and like the way that your love for the game and the pure expression of it shines through in your work. I couldn't have found a better artist for you to work with than Russ. Like it's just funny how like certain things play out. It's crazy. Right?
I used to listen to him when I first started. Back in 2016 when I was like in that depression state, he was actually one of the artists that I was like, he was new. I'm like, oh, this dude is fire. Like I'm tapping in, and he's all about the independence. And I was like, damn, this is the type of energy I'm talking about.
That's what I'm.
So when it happened, I was like, damn, this is actually full circle moment. Crazy.
Like I honestly couldn't think of a better opportunity for a better person, because the way how your personality works and the way how Russ's like mindset works, like watching those recap videos and watching you capture those moments, it felt like like again, alignment because Russ already is who he is and how he portrays himself, and you were able to so naturally capture those moments. You know, I remember you had posted something when you was like, you was doing those challenges. Where you like, I'm gonna post every day until I have 10,000 followers.
Still doing that shit. I'm 260 whatever days. I don't know.
Yeah, and I remember I saw one of them, and it was like a recap of like all of the different shots you had did at Russ concert, and the way how you captured him made it like, even if you didn't know who Russ was, even if you had never heard a Russ song, you captured his essence. So that, like, if somebody was to put that picture on and then play a Russ song, you'd be like, yep, that is him. That is definitely him. And a lot of people can pick up a camera. A lot of people can press record. A lot of people can point and shoot. But not a lot of people can capture the essence of a person and what they stand for. Because they say a picture is worth 1,000 words and a video is worth millions. But a lot of people don't just use that to be filler words. You know what I mean? Like, and so in working with Russ, right, in that world tour opportunity, a lot of people get so excited by these opportunities, but never know what it takes because everybody doesn't understand that opportunities preparation means the moment. And so, what was it that helped you? Because a tour is a lot of work. People don't. Everybody want to go on tour until they realize they haven't seen their bed in 6 months.
Yeah,
and
they think shit's sweet until you.
Bro, being on the road is not easy at all.
You're in the trench, man.
It's not easy at all. And so, what was that experience like? One, for yourself, and two, how did you stay committed to the craft? Because that was a lot of work. Like, how many shows was it?
It was, I mean, U.S. alone was like 30, and then it was a world tour, so it was like Asia, its own 10 shows, and it was maybe like 50 shows that year, 60 shows.
Okay.
So it was just like,
that's a lot of footage. That's a lot of hours.
That's a lot of hours of just like shows, recaps, and then side things. You know, he might want to do a little content video one day. They'll stay pull up. So it's just like, that was intense. But yeah, I mean that experience, it was the best thing, man. Because the cool thing about success is it will expose you if you're not ready, right? So quickly, like at the highest levels, like if you're not prepared, if you took shortcuts, you get exposed. Because now you see yourself at moments where you're like, damn, I'm not ready for this, or I'm not good at this, or I got to get better at this, and it will expose you. So right away when I was there, I was like, I'm ready, but I got to be even better than I thought I had to be. Because at the level that I was coming at, I was going to get sent home because I wasn't delivering the product that he wanted. So I had to learn how to like adapt and be like, okay, what do you want? And then put my creativity over that. You know, so I almost got kicked out. You know what I'm saying? I just said this funny. I was on a pod the other day saying this story, which is funny as hell. But it was like my third show, and I'm fucking up. Like, I'm not giving him the work that he wants. And he sent me a voice note. I'm at the telly. He's like, yo, bro, if you don't get your shit in order by next show, I'm sending you home. So figure it out. And just hang up, and I'm like, damn, I bet. So I'm not sleeping. I'm over here like, I bet. I'm not sleeping. I don't think I slept for 2 days. I'm showtime. I'm up. I'm early in the venue. I'm checking my cameras. I'm walking around the venue. I'm taking my steps. I'm studying. I'm looking at the set list. I am so locked in because I'm like, I can't go home like this. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I give it my all. So show starts and my camera don't turn on because it's overheating. And I'm like, nah, guy. Like, which is funny. That's like the shit from earlier. I was like, bro, my camera, bro, it's the show is going on. My shit's not turning on. So I'm like, yo, God, I can't go home like this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me at least a chance to try. And if I fail, then I'm cool with it. And then thank God, like I thought quick on my feet. I brought some ice and literally put ice on my camera. It cooled the camera down, and then it turned on. It was like 8 songs into the set, but I was like, fine, fuck it. I lost the first like chunk, ran on stage, and then I killed it. But at that moment, it told me like, you gotta be prepared, you gotta be ready, you gotta think about everything. You gotta just be ready on your 10 toes for anything, because things could go left, and no one want to hear an excuse at that level.
At that point,
you gotta show up and prove every single time, right? So that was a big part for it. That happened early, thank God, because then after that, I was never slacking. After that day, I was like so on point. And going back to your point about like people think it's fun, it's like tours only fun if you're not trying to be great. And it's the unfortunate truth. If you see niggas turning up, popping pills, doing drugs, fucking bitches, whatever you want to do, it's like, that's all cool, but it's like you're taking away from giving you 110. And if you want to be great, you got to give you 110. Because like, you want the gold medal, you don't want bronze, you don't want silver. Going 100, you're getting silver. Going 110, you get the gold. So it's like, you got to put it, you have to give your all, you got to, be on point. So is it fun? It's fun if you love it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be great. So I was like, I'm going to put in the hours. I'm going to do OT. You know what I'm saying? So it just teaches me how to be. And shout out to him. He did a good job of just like pushing me so I could be great. He didn't allow me to be just like average and good. Like,
as I would expect Russ not to be. Like,
he's like, nah, bro, you gotta raise the bar.
And like,
it's the big leagues. I'm like,
shout out to him. Shout out to him for real, because he has this song that I listen to like on my inspiration playlist over and over and over, and it's all about like, I forgot the name of it right now, but it's all about locking in. Like you don't want to be good, you want to be great, and greatness takes everything. It takes everything in you. And so, first of all, shout out to you, because you, in that story, in that moment, not because it wasn't a story, in that moment, you embodied the moguls. Either you win with us or you watch us win, because that is such a beautiful testament to what it does take for success. Because a lot of people don't realize that it's those moments of trial and those moments of you're back against the wall that's really makes you who you are. And the more moments you have like that, it's the more chances you get to build your confidence, because, as you said, after that you was locked in.
Locked in, bro.
No matter how much,
nothing.
No matter after that, no matter what happened to your camera, no matter what happened to the venue, you knew that you was prepared to tackle whatever came up. And that is a hard thing that we try to put forward here on this Making Mogul show, because everybody got a passion, everybody got an idea, but they don't understand the ethic, and especially a lot in this music industry. The music industry sells people a dream.
It's the lifestyle. They go for the lifestyle, but it's like, nah, bro, it's the work.
And that lifestyle is fabricated, because again, artists are there to sell you a specific perspective. How many artists done told us, we done told y'all we popping 17 million pills, and we're like, I don't even take Tylenol for a headache. They be like, yo, I was fucking 17 bitches on the song. It's like, I am married with my wife and kids at home. Like, you know what I mean?
And I'm happy.
Like, I know what I'm rapping about because it's selling, but my life is not reflective of that at all. And a lot of people, again, get caught up in the lyrics and what is shown to them that they don't understand. And so coming from somebody that's capturing the life and putting that together, you working with somebody like Russ, whose entire platform is him being his authentic self while just dropping hard songs and really committing himself to giving good music in an independent space. I felt like that, and again, I could see why the 1Train Cypher exists the way it does. And so with you coming off tour, with you having that experience, right? Yeah. I know a lot of people started being on your ass, right? A lot of people started being on your ass. Everybody's gonna be, oh, you did that, and come, yo. Like Drake said, now they want to help you get back to where they fell from, right? How did you, from that moment, now that you had that platform and you was established, how did you decide what projects you were going to take on that weren't going to distract you from what you had going on? And how did you decide what projects you just wasn't going to do it anymore?
No, it took me some time, because I thought, like, now that I've done this, that everything's going to come to me. And it just doesn't work like that. It's like, yeah, I had this, but you got to keep working at getting other bigger, keep getting bigger with it. You can't just think like things are just gonna come to you. So the first couple months, I was almost in shock that I didn't have like all the brands hitting me up and all these different artists hitting me up. Like, yeah, I had opportunities, but not at the clip that I thought I would be having them after something like that. So I just taught me like, yo, you got to keep grinding, you got to keep pushing, you got to keep doing the outreach, you got to keep branding yourself, you got to keep building the business, because it ain't gonna just come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter who you work with, you got to keep still putting your best foot forward. So it just taught me like to keep pushing, and then also start saying no to things that are not in your line of like in your vision, right? Like I just my at some point like this is what I want to do, and I don't want things that don't feed this vision. If it doesn't feed it, I just say no.
Okay.
You know, and I just and I'm strict with that because it's like the most valuable asset we got is time, and it's like why am I wasting time with things that are not serving me to where I'm heading? You know what I'm saying? I did that already. My first 7 years was doing thousands of free videos, underpaid videos I ain't want to do. So now I'm in a position where I don't have to do just a whole bunch of videos that I don't want to do. I just focus on the ones that make sense.
I like that. I like that. I like that. And that's where we hope every videographer, every photographer, anybody behind a capture gets behind a camera gets to, because it's about aligning your perspective, your eye, with what's going on, with what's going on with you, and how that aligns to. Hold on. What happened? Can't hear me? Now we back. Yeah, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. They've been trying to fight with us. But it's because I have the amazing videographer here. My equipment is feeling very, very, very in the spotlight right now. It's nervous. And it needs to learn that it's either going to win with me or watch me win, because I'm going to get rid of you. Not this new phone. I just bought this shit. Now I still got to pay it off. But goddamn. All right, we back. And I hope y'all was listening, because my guy was explaining that he got to say no, because he already did what he did. He spent enough time doing the things he didn't want to do, and is fortunate enough to reach the point where he can do what he does want to do, right? And so you talked a lot about YouTube University, right? And a lot of people, a lot of videographers, these days especially, love jumping on YouTube University, watching one video or two videos, and feeling like they have it, right? But you spoke about the mastery of your craft, right? I love that you talked about committing to learning one new thing every day for 90, it was 90 days?
Yeah, 90, and then I did half a year, and then kept going.
And then you just kept going. Okay, so again, you became a student of the craft in a way that, and so the question I want to ask, in becoming a student of the craft, how were you able to discern what it was that you were learning that was going to add to your vision behind the camera versus just learning techniques for the purpose of learning techniques? Because especially with shooting and videography and editing, there's so many different styles, so many different programs, so many different presets, so many different cameras, and so many people can get lost in the glitz and the glamour that they don't realize they're still stuck in the point and shoot. And your work, I can see and recognize your style, right? And so how were you able to take that time as you were learning to create what is now the Stephen Wells style?
Yeah, man, it started with just repetition, man. Repetition is just like, once you put in the 10,000 hours and you do thousands of videos, what starts to happen is you start to see things that, you know, your point of view starts to show, right? Your expression starts to show. Your most unique asset is your POV, right? So it's like you could tell it's me because I'm giving you me. I'm giving you my perspective, how I grew up, my childhood, my family, my culture. Like you could just see my experiences through the camera. So it's caring about it too. I feel like a lot of people do it for a lifestyle, do it for different reasons. But if you love it, you can see that someone that loves the actual passion. Like I'm learning because I love video. I love creating. I love expressing myself visually. So it took a while. At first it was like shooting. I sucked at composition. I was an editor first. Editing was like my first thing. Okay. And then I started becoming more of a, shooting, cinematographer. Then I got into like coloring. I took 6 to 8 months just learning coloring. Okay. Just like how do I color? Study color science. Why do blues react to reds, lights? I want to make people feel good. I use these colors. Just start really getting into like the science of colors and how do they work on our human eye. Okay. Then once I get comfortable with color, I'm like, I gotta learn lighting, because lighting is gonna help me do certain things and shape emotion. And then you just keep tackling the next thing. And I just kept tackling whatever I didn't know. If I sucked at it, I just tackled it until I got good enough. So that's how I sort of like approached my craft, to the point that like I'm well-rounded now in my space. But it's just like one section at a time through the years. You know what I'm saying? So just caring about it, man. You gotta just love the craft and just, put in the work and put in the hours.
And I'm glad you broke that down, because again, a lot of people do not understand that success is never the destination. Success is the process by which you commit yourself to learning every day at mastering yourself. Because there is no success outside of mastery of yourself. And that goes for everything. That goes for everything. And that's what we do here. We drop gems and I don't sugarcoat shit for nobody.
That's a bar.
Because again, like, the reason why this platform was created and this platform is so special to me is in my journey of wanting to be great and wanting to create greatness. Because I don't play with no mediocrity. I've never been the type to enjoy mediocrity. And as you said, you got to fall in love with it. And my passion is to create things that are memorable. Is to create things that are long lasting. Is to create moments. And so, for you to point out that, like, again, you got to do your hours. You got to put in your things. You got to study each aspect of it in its own right. Because as you were talking about colors, a lot of people, a lot of camera people, are content in shooting in whatever it looks like in that moment, and then editing without understanding the psychology behind what people are seeing, right? And so as you, again, all of those things have, I can play back your content and know that you studied all of those things, because just watching your work has made me feel a certain way, has made my perspective shift in a certain way. And you have this shot of Russ on the stage. I think it's like a gray scale kind of thing with the lights bright on
lights
him.
up, yeah.
Yes, and like, again, that, to me, again, as I've come to know you and your work and come to know Russ and his work, that feels like one of the most ultimate, like, Steven meets Russ kind of moments, because it captures the essence of who Russ is when he's on that stage. You know what I mean? And you captured it where the lights are hitting him in a way that he's rising to the moment while standing tall, while still feeling humble in the photo, right? And so being able to capture something like that, again, separates the shooters from the people that are creating art, right? And so with this being your art, with this being your passion, but also with this being your business, how do you balance what, at this stage, even though you are able to say no, how do you balance the projects that you need to continue the business of running what you do versus taking on the projects that inspire you? Because I know even at this level, you still take on projects that,
For sure,
that again, move you regardless of where they go. Yeah. So how do you find that balance?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get to the bag at the end of the day, right? And nothing moves without the bag, so we got to get to the bag. So, but now it's like, instead of doing something, it's like your time value of money, right? So it's like, my time is worth this. So it's like, before I would do something for a certain rate. Now it's like, I got to be at least here so it can make sense for my time. And then doing projects in this range makes more sense, because I work less but get paid more. And then I could use that money to do more passion stuff and pour into, like, the Cyphers and pour into things that I really want to pour into. So it's like working less but at higher levels, so you can get bigger bags, and then those bags use it for, like, reinvest it into the business and then keep pushing it. So that's sort of how my focus is. And like, and as you keep, just as an entrepreneur, you keep learning things as you go, like understanding how money works, right? And how, like, the flow of money, right? Money's like a stream, and your goal is to position yourself to hit the stream, right? If you're this rock and this is how money's moving, your job is to get here. So now money's always going to keep coming to you. You attract bags because you know how to position yourself accordingly. So it's like really getting good at positioning yourself, and like, all right, for Christmas, there's always going to be people that sell trees, because you got people buying Christmas trees. So if you want to get into that, you know that every season you're gonna sell trees, right? Because this is where the stream is, and that's just an example. So I just trying to find that in my space, like, where am I positioning, so I can make sure I'm always making money at the rate that I want to make it, and then use that money to pour into everything else I want to do.
Okay, so first of all, big jump there, because we talk a lot about leverage and positioning on this show. So the fact that you talk to that from a whole different perspective that still adds into everything that we talk about is exactly what it is. And this is why you either win with us or you watch us win. Because your position in everything is what gets you everything. Because if you don't know how to position yourself, then everyone else will position you. And the last thing you like is somebody to put you in a position you don't want to be.
That's a fact.
The fastest way you can learn how to take autonomy over your brand, your passion, or whatever project it is to learn what value you bring and find those that you bring value to and position yourself so that they think of you when they need value. Mm-hmm. And that is what my guy did here. Well, a lot of other videographers would get caught up in
the rat race of it. Yeah, like, yo, it's a gig for this. Come do this. And it's like, you could do that forever. And you're going to run up time and run up years, and you're going to just be in this rat race. Well, instead of taking a step back and be like, all right, how can I build a brand? And then put, see where's the pain points? What are the needs of people? Okay, there's a need right here. This is my brand. Let me put myself here. This is a match made now. And like you said, if you position yourself properly, then you start getting bags that you never would have imagined, just because you're in the right position. Mm-hmm. The videos are the same, but the positioning is different, and that's what changes everything.
And people don't understand that, like, your skill could be 10,000, but it is your personality and your work ethic that not only gets into the room, but keeps you in the room. Yeah. As we go back to your talk about Russ telling you, yo, you got one more chance. Mm-hmm. You doing what you do, but it's not what I want. Yeah. So you got to do what I need you to do. Mm-hmm. And you rise into that occasion in a way that you took the challenge, and a lot of people don't understand that what makes a mogul is that ability to rise to the challenge every time. No matter what field it is, no matter what space it is, you got to rise to the challenge every single time and show that you are who you are no matter what.
Yeah, man. You got to show up when it counts. I love that shit. I love the pressure. I'm like...
That's a fact.
I'm a basketball fan, so I love when it's the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. That's what it felt like with this damn computer earlier. I'm like, damn, I just got 2 injuries. I ain't got nobody else, and now I got to score 40. Okay, fuck it.
Yeah, like, I love that, because that's like, that shows me, like, that separates the good from the great. The great show up every single time.
No matter what.
No matter what's going on, they're going to show up. They're reliable. They show up. Then there's people that don't show up half the time, sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. I pride myself that, like, you could bank on me. It's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, me behind the camera, or in life in general, but like in my craft, I'm like, if I'm shooting it, this is gonna be fire.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, and that's that holding yourself to that level, no matter who holds you to what, no matter who says you do what, holding yourself to that level, is the integrity that creates greatness. Not settling for mediocrity, not settling for an easy win.
Yeah.
Because an easy win could get you point A to point B, but that'll be where it ends. Yeah. And so with that, what is something you look forward to accomplishing, given everything that you have done?
Right now, I just keep building the Cyphers, man. Last year I really started pouring in, like, this is my plan A. Like, this is like I'm going all in on the Cyphers. I want to keep building it up to a platform that's like, keep building this community, this ecosystem that we have, like a community, but it's also a platform. We have the merch. We have this world that we're building that people could live in there. So just keep building that, stacking up those bricks and building the house. You know what I'm saying? It's like little by little. And also bridging the gap between, like, I want to create, I call myself now, my new AKA is like Mr. IP, because I want to keep creating. I want to be like an IP engineer. I feel like that's the next level of videography. Is like, after you're good at doing content, you got to know how to make IP and then engineer it and make formats that work, right? And then brand that, right? Like 1Train Cyphers is beautiful because it's an original IP. You know what I'm saying? So I want to keep building fire IPs around 1Train Cyphers and then just, like, make this into a whole empire. You know what I'm saying? So that's sort of where my focus is with this.
That brought a tear to my eye, bro. That brought a tear to my eye because, again, to give you all of your flowers, as somebody who, because I started in the music industry in 2012. I was a manager, and then I went to creating the Underground Concert Series, which is a platform for artists to perform, and then I went into the cannabis space, and now I do festivals. So music and giving opportunities has been something that's always been a part of me. And for my own journey, I had to let go of hip hop and creating those spaces to step into other spaces to bring it into it because people were so happy and content at the level that they was at. And one thing about me, my goals is astronomical. So I could never be content in wherever we at. No matter how good it is, I can personally never be content because for me to be content means I stop allowing myself to grow to who I need to be, right? And so to see you embrace hip hop in a way that is authentic and true to this culture, again, it's us '90s babies that grew up in an era where hip hop was motivation. We watched our favorite rappers go from people telling us that they hustling to people who made it and tell us how they made it.
How they made it, man.
And
without code switching, but being 100% them.
100%.
And that's enough. You don't need a switch. You could be you and still be successful and do everything else. You know what I'm saying? I love that.
And I love that, like, again, it was a beautiful era to watch that happen. And then what happened after it, how they kneecapped us, and then they started just pumping out artists that are making fire music, but that music no longer has the messaging behind it. That music sells you. Exactly. That music sells you success in an unattainable fashion. Like, it's crazy to me, and I just really just want to tap into this hip-hop thing real quick, because it's crazy to me, and I really want to get your opinion on this, because you work with these artists in a way that provides a platform through a specific lens, right? I've always felt the type of way that we let the record labels take away hip-hop that inspires you to work and inspires you to dream, and gave us hip-hop that felt like you had to be successful just to walk in the gate. Because then every rapper was already selling drugs and was already rich by the time they touched a mic, and now they just like, I do this for fun. And it's like, nah, there's people that really commit their whole life.
Do this.
Hip-hop saved their life, and hip-hop is what drives them. And so I really do want to hear, one, just what your perspective on the current state of hip-hop is, especially New York hip-hop. And two, how do you feel you contribute to moving that needle?
Yeah, I feel like right now we in this interesting time of like, all right, the drill scene came, it did what it did. It was destructive, but it did what it did. And now I feel like we're going back to like the essence of the craft, and like now championing people that put in the work to what they love. Because the beautiful thing about hip hop is passion, it's culture, it's struggle, it's adversity. It's showing like, this is what I started from, but that doesn't mean this is my destination. This is just the road, it's the process, right? And the unity of it, it was super unified. Even though people were competing, but it was like this like, almost like camaraderie. And then it sort of got like, especially in New York, it got like divided. It got weird. People ain't want to like jack each other, and it was like this like, I don't know, it got weird. But now I feel like in the 2020s on, and us being a good force in the underground movement, we're showing that like we're actually stronger together. If we unify, if we just work together, support each other, we all win, and we break that poison of the crabs in the barrel mentality, right? It's like we see one person win, and then we want to pull them down. And it's like, first of all, crabs don't belong in a bucket.
Yep. Yo, thank you for saying that. I love that quote.
Crabs get put in a bucket, right? So if they put us in the bucket, because that's just how society's broken down, if we stack up, we could tilt the bucket down, and then we can help everybody get out. And that's what, the 1Train, stands for. It's like, yo, if we all win, if we all work together, we all win instead of one person winning. And the more we gotta heal, the more we heal that poison and see, like, we get happy when we see somebody winning instead of being like, yo, fuck this nigga, why he winning, not me? I put more work than him, instead of clapping and be like, yo, bro, how you did it? And he helping you how to do it. And then having that become the new norm, then it's gonna become a place that we all win. And when we all win, we all win. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to win when we have more people winning than 1 and 2. So it's just, I think that's where I feel like we have a huge force right now in the game, where we're showing like there's people going viral every day in the platform. There's people meeting producers. Now we're bringing people like Wyclef, Styles P, The Locks. We're bringing people that are legends, and we're putting them in the same group as people that are inspiring. These are unique opportunities that are borderline impossible to get.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like the White Clef, he was like, I haven't been on a train for 20 years. First time I'm back on the train, and he's there next to 5-6 artists that are hungry, and that's beautiful to see. And you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like we gonna keep bridging that gap and showing like if we keep working together, watch how all of us start winning little by little. And it takes like a seed. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep planting these seeds, and it might not end with us, but somebody that's 10 years old is looking at what we're doing, and when they're 25, they're gonna be the leaders of the future. So we just gotta show. You know what I'm saying? Show with examples and show that unity is the answer ultimately.
And that is beautiful. That is exactly where hip hop needs to be.
Yeah,
to be honest, and I'm so proud of you and what you're doing.
Thank you, bro.
Because, as I said, hip hop was something that started so authentically. Like, hip hop is one of my favorite things that's ever come out of America because
for real,
we dead ass looked around and was like, nah. We tired of y'all telling our stories however y'all want to tell them. Mm-hmm. So now we going to tell the stories how we want to tell them. And hip-hop going from the street corners to the biggest genre on the planet. Showed me not only the potential of hip-hop, but also the dark side of it because it was something to be exploited. Mm-hmm. Right? And a lot, again, now that if anybody pays attention to the old heads and how they talk now, they put a lot of blame on themselves for not recognizing the moment, for gatekeeping, because again, hip hop is the industry where you can't gatekeep because the whole point of hip hop is nobody let me in. I broke through and came in, so we can't gatekeep whoever's coming in after, even if we don't like their music, because at the end of the day, if they move people, then that's it, bro. They don't need you. They don't need your radio stations. They don't need anything. Mm-hmm. And we allowed those people that wasn't necessary to dictate what was happening in hip-hop, to dictate who we liked and who we didn't like, to dictate what opinions was said and what wasn't, when at the end of the day, music is personal. You could not like my music, and that doesn't mean my music is bad. I could not like your music, and that doesn't mean my music is bad. No. It's all subjective. So finding your audience was what was necessary, but that audience became gatekept by so many different industry levels and industry platforms that people make it and then can't get past that ceiling because they don't understand the mindset behind what's happening. And so for you to step into this lane and to create a movement that brings it back to the unity of hip-hop, not only in the idea, but in the practice of it, and to watch these artists get on this platform, like, I've seen artists who, it really is a beauty. And again, I really just have to give you your flowers because I've watched artists who act bougie, even though they nobody yet, right? But they act bougie. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. But they seen 1Train Cyphers, and they was like, I got to get on that. And I've watched artists that I was like, wait, hold on, you was on 1Train Cypher? And then I see the energy that they bring, and they are so respectful to the platform and what's happening. I couldn't tell if they themselves changed or they just respected that moment. But the fact that you are able to bring people together in a way that, again, allows them to step up and meet the moment is something that is beautiful and is necessary in hip-hop, right? Yeah. It's so necessary in hip-hop.
Pressure, man. That's my favorite part about it because, like, every time we do it, I give it, like, a speech. And it's just straight up, like I give the foundation, like, it's about love, unity, no fighting, no violence, this is positivity. But then I'm like, you got to bring your A game. This saying, we don't give a fuck about your follow account, your blue check. We don't care about where you from, what you done. This is the moment. Are you going to step up? And if you do come with clout, you got more pressure on you because now we're expecting, if you're not delivering at the level that you coming with, the crowd going to let you know. And that's what I love. The crowd going to let you know who's nice and not on the spot.
That's a fact.
Cameras on you, lights are on you. You're on this train. You're not even having good balance. You're like, oh, you on this train for real. And your voice, you can see people sometimes shaky because so it's like show up.
You get nervous.
And I love that pressure because now, like you said, people come in, no one's bullshitting. Now it's like when we come in, it's game time. Drop the beat, the camera's on, and you gotta go. You got 60 seconds to see what you got. So I love that shit, man. That's how it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that pressure on people.
I appreciate it. And so I guess the last thing I will ask before we get into our small wins, because we always end the show on our small wins
Love
to
that.
help celebrate how we move and get to these steps.
Love that.
If someone, I'll break it into two. One, if someone is an artist and want to get involved in a 1Train Cyphers, I know you guys look for the talent, but is there any way that they could position themselves in a way to be noticeable? That's the first thing. And second thing, for those, as you said, those 10-year-olds, those 12-year-olds, those 16-year-olds that's out there picking up a camera now and envisioning something like a 1Train Cypher or something similar, right? What is your advice to those people in creating and staying true to their vision and creating a platform or an entity like that?
Yeah. So first question. Let's forgot the first question.
How can artists position themselves?
Yes. So pretty much pull up to a public one. That's why we have a massive public one. Just come through. That's like the easiest one. We do them 3-4 times a year. It's open to the public. You literally just gotta come through. I have a team of 20 people that will come in, and we're filming both parts of filming. Like, you're gonna get content, you're gonna get your opportunity. So I would just say come through there. Now, if you want to get selected for a select, that's just something that you gotta just like make sure that you know are showing up for yourself. We'll find you if you're nice, if you're consistent, if you're putting in the good work. We're gonna see that you're consistent. You get chosen. So
Okay, so you got people like scouring the
that's
internet.
scouting. Like, yo, who's being consistent? Who's rapping? Who's nice? So it's like if you're nice and you're being consistent, we finding you, you're gonna get probably selected.
Perfect.
Or if not, just come to the public one. It's open to
I mean,
everybody.
listen, I would, and I
You know
love
what I'm
that. I love that because a lot of artists feel very discouraged in today's times because the algorithm is what they have to placate to, right? Their music might be fire as hell, but they feel like they're not getting views because they're not catering to the algorithm. Or, you know, a lot of it is being consistent because the more times you post, the more times the algorithm. But again, a lot of them feel trapped behind the algorithm. So for you to create that space where it's like, all right, you feel like you're not being seen, pull the fuck up.
And to add to the algorithm, we're like algorithm proof because we've created a platform that is almost automatically viral because it's so true to New York. You're on a 1Train, moving, it's loud, it's people, the optics of it, and we're filming it. So, it's going to be what it's going to be. So this is viral proof. You just have to now show up. So it helps anyone that is struggling with the algorithm. This shit will get you jump started. You know what I'm saying? If you catch a moment. So, and then your next question, I think you had said,
for those aspiring to step into your shoes.
Yeah. Stay true to it, man. I think it's important for you to try and try everything. And video is the thing you're going for. I would say just do 1,000 videos, and at the end of the 1,000 videos, you'll see where you at with it. If you do 1,000 videos, I could guarantee you're gonna know what you like, what you dislike. If you into food videography, into cars, you into music videos, documentaries. After 1,000 videos, you will know. And then once you know sort of what you're trying to get into, just jump in and keep going at it. You'll learn. You're gonna learn as you go. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a part of it. You gotta put in the reps.
You gotta put in the reps.
If you haven't done 1,000 videos, then you haven't even started. That's the starting point. Is 1,000 videos. Then we could start talking.
That's funny because I've always heard that thousand benchmark. I think I heard it from when I was starting YouTube. It was like, listen, put out 1,000 videos, like
straight up.
Put out like, and in that 1,000 videos, you will learn
everything.
You will learn like you will give yourself the time to not only notice everything but work on everything little by little, and you will discover your
lane, your passion. You're like, this is what I do and what I like to do. So if you for the little kids watching 10, 12, 14, I mean, first try out everything, and it's fun, man. If you could pick up a camera that young, imagine your perspective at 10. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at the world way different. You're still innocent. You're looking at life in a very cool way. So I think, the earlier the better if you could pick up the camera.
Yeah, I don't know if any kids is watching this because I be cussing a lot on the show. So if your parents watch this, let them know. If they got you watching, I mean, these days kids be watching YouTube videos by themselves. So I don't know.
So
that's what it is. All right, and so with that, I want to ask now, because we always end like this. This week, what small win have you had or have you celebrated that you feel like has gotten you from point A to point B?
I would say this is a whole year thing, but just being present. My theme this year is being present, and I feel like sometimes when I'm in my journey, success or failures, I'm not present enough to understand and learn what's going on. So just being present, you know what I'm saying, through my ups and downs, stay present because you learn once you're present. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the gift of life is being present, right? So it's like you gotta, whatever I'm doing, I'm just in it. I'm giving it my 110%. So this week I've been present. You know what I'm saying? Today's the first day of the week, but today was an eventful day. So, being present throughout the day. And thanking God that shit we alive and we doing fire shit. We doing historical shit, so it's like it's cool to like I'm gonna look back at this shit 50 years later and be like, damn, we did some fire shit. So yeah, man.
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. My business partner actually.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dime. That's Dime with a Y, not an I.
Dime with a Y.
Dime's small win of the week goes back to January. So this is a multi-week one that adds up to right now.
That's right.
Because she met you briefly on January 10th at the Got Soul Sneaker Convention.
Oh, sure.
And she told you she needed you on the podcast. And you came today.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
And so now we here. Unfortunately, Dom is in Texas, I think. Yeah, because she did the South by Southwest.
Damn.
So thank you for being here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You made this moment even more special.
Damn, that's
I didn't even know she met you. She didn't even tell me.
I know.
You know what's crazy? We was filming last week. And Dom was like, oh, I gotta go away. We was having like a lot of technical difficulties. And last week was the first time we was back on air. And I was like, all right, we did the episode. It was great. And she was like, all right, VJ, you gotta do the next one by yourself. I'm out the South by Southwest. And I was like, damn, you're not gonna be here. Steven's coming. He's like, Steven? I'm like, yeah, Steven from 1Train. She's like, whoa. Yo, you should have seen how tight she was.
That's love. I appreciate it.
And so, yeah, shout out to you for coming. Thank you for being part of the Make It Mogul family.
This is an honor, man. Thank you.
Because we definitely going to have you back.
Hell yeah, bro.
To keep people updated on the journey. Because, again, the whole motto is either they win with us or they watch us win. And they either going to lock in now and study and become a student of the craft. Or they're going to come back next time and be like, damn, I should have started them 1,000 videos like
6 months ago.
6 months ago when these niggas told me. Second thing, the reason why I asked especially about the aspiring youth is because we have a platform here for youth. It's a program called Behind the Spotlight where we're training kids, media, music, and fashion to sit behind the camera and become videographers, become podcast creators, become fashion icons, and really have them learn the skills it takes to build these things. So for you to step into this space and bless it with your presence is amazing. So thank you for that. And whenever you are available, we'd love to have you pop in for one of our Behind the Spotlight sessions.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
These kids would love to be a part of that.
Incredible.
My small win. My small win is a big win, but I'm going to call it a small win because these are the wins that nobody else gets to see, right? So I run this lifestyle brand for women. It's cannabis lifestyle brand for women called Cannabaddies, right? We created it in 2019. And the whole mission is to create a platform for women to have access to a community that is protected and feel safe, create events in which they can feel safe to enjoy cannabis, enjoy being sexy, and enjoy the community that comes around it as they explore and grow in the cannabis industry, and we create opportunities for them to have actual positions in the industry. And this week, for a long time, the whole reason of my brand is to put women in position to succeed, right? And I'm co-founded, and I have a lot of the business experience. I've been the one driving a lot of the movement forward. But my entire thing is that I'm a man at the end of the day. And this is Women's History Month. So, again, shout out to all the women.
Shout out to the queens, man.
Because we're going to tap in with that 1Train Cypher at the end of this.
Come on.
We're going to tap in with that. And it has always been like a hitch in mind because I've always been trying to find the right people to put in positions to lead, right? And leadership is something that can be taught, but the criteria for the characteristics has to be inside you, right? You gotta have a level of integrity and care for people that we can't teach you, no matter how much techniques I could teach you in conflict resolution. If you don't have it in you to care about these people,
forget about it.
It don't matter. And so this week, I was able to put the final touches on my board, on the people who have volunteered. We have sat down and gotten to where everyone wants to be and everyone wants to contribute. And to see not only, one of the things I've always had in all of the projects I've worked on is everybody likes to work with me. And nobody likes to work with each other. And then there's a problem because now you just make my work harder because I'm now the middleman between everything. Yeah. And that doesn't save me any time. In fact, that makes my job harder. Yeah. And so to see these women come together, step up to the moment, and communicate with each other in a way that's like, all right, we are here for a mission. This is what we're doing, has been the most beautiful and most relieving feeling. And so inspiring because that's what I've been dreaming for this whole time.
Yeah, it's hard to do, bro.
And so hard.
That's so hard to do. So to get that even functioning with the mission in line, that's big time, bro.
It's beautiful.
Super big time.
It's so beautiful. And like we had an event yesterday that we went to, and like as you said, as we always see, when shit got to be earned, the trials start coming in, and shit got a little shaky, and things that wasn't planned was brought up. And the women in charge handled it in such a beautiful, beautiful way. So shout out to all my Canterbury's High Council. I'm not even gonna go through the names because y'all gonna discover them as they come along. They around. They right here. So they gonna be around and y'all gonna see them. So thank you. That's my small win. And I appreciate everybody that contributes to this brand, and I appreciate everybody that recognizes what we're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, just like he's putting people in a position to win, I love to put people in a position to win and in an authentic way. Because again, I don't do this to bullshit. I don't do this to waste time. I don't do this to waste breath. Everything I say is for you to gain something from. I'm not here to gatekeep. I'm here to put people into position to win, and either they win with us or they watch us win.
It's the blueprint. You making that blueprint. They're gonna study from. Yeah, they're gonna study from that.
That's what I want, man. Like I took a lot of time. I took my 1,000 hours to perfect what I do. And so I get on here with a chip on my shoulder to let people know what I do, because I didn't waste my time learning bullshit. And I didn't waste my time learning shit to make me feel good. That don't benefit nobody. I learned real shit that's gonna apply no matter what. And so that's the time that I'm on. And so with that, please let these people know about this amazing all-female 1Train Cypher that is happening in approximately 5
days? Yeah, on the 22nd. Yeah, come on, all-women Cypher, man. Sunday, 4 p.m., 242nd Van Cortlandt. Legendary, man. It's literally a day to celebrate women for Women's Month. Only women artists are allowed to perform. Guys could come and watch and show love, but it's all for them. It's to show them, give them flowers, show them love. You know how this society is with women, and sometimes we got to keep uplifting our women to show like, yo, they're just as smart, as intelligent, EQ, IQ. This world cannot run without women. My biggest inspiration in life are women, from how I was raised, the people that motivate me, that inspire me. Shout out to the Oscars yesterday. I think the first DP winner was the first woman DP just won yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And that's incredible.
That is incredible.
The history of Oscars. So this is the way I move is because of the women in my life. So I always uplift, we got to uplift them. So shout out to the women this Sunday. Legendary. Come on.
It is going to be legendary. It is going to be legendary, because I don't know if y'all ever seen the women's Cyphers before. Go. I might drop it in the description of this video. I might do a little, one of those tag things. I still haven't figured out all the way out yet. YouTube. I'm still on my 1,000 hours learning YouTube. So we gonna get there. But y'all better tap in. Y'all better realize what they really putting together, because not even just women are like society needs to recognize that women have been smarter than us for a long time. Okay?
Yeah, man.
And the one thing I will always point to, right, is if you've ever watched a household, an old school household, right, the man may feel like he's in charge. He might go pay the bills. He might come home. He might feel like he is the king of his household. But the only reason he is the king of his household is because, like a chessboard, his queen moves everywhere across that board to put him in position so that every single step that he takes is one of safety and security.
Facts.
And they do it quietly. They raise your children to be better than you without you noticing. And when you fuck up, they raise your children to not become you.
And call you out on your bullshit. When you bullshit, they call you out. And it's going to hit deep.
And it's going to hit deep. And that's why I love today's women, because today's women were born in the kitchens and the back rooms of the women who didn't want to deal with people's shit no more, and put that inside of them so that the women these days now step up and shine with nothing holding them back. And so I'm so proud of all the women that step up. You women are history. And I appreciate everything you contribute, because as a black man, as someone black who has to have to deal with a society that takes from us every day and call our specialness theirs for the placation of fun, to watch women have to do that, especially black women have to do that 2 times and still persevere. That's why hip-hop shines the way it is, and that's why we will always give women their place in hip-hop. Because men have enjoyed their mediocrity too long. And again, there's always going to be space for men. This is a male-dominated industry. I'm never worried about that. But to create space for women and watch women support each other, watch them put each other on the billboards, watch them step out of what we have created as a woman versus women mentality and said, fuck that. We're going to step in and show what we are together. I'm so excited for what happens on Sunday.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm so excited. And unfortunately, I have a Candy Baddies event, and we're doing a Manifest Her Vision here on that day, and so I wouldn't be able to be there. But I know I'm tuning in. I know I'm sending all my female rappers down there, and I'm making sure that when they come out, I'm supporting every single part of it, okay? Because that's what we do here, okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's already there. Like, your name is already tagged, but let them know where they can find y'all at.
Come on, man. 1Train Cyphers on all platforms. Come on, man. It's bringing that feeling back to the city, man. 1Train Cyphers. Steve Moss is my personal. Come support the brand, support the energy, support the movement. We stronger together. Come on now. Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you. And with that, tune in every Monday between 7 and 8. Follow us on the Make It Mogul Show. It's just that simple. It is the Make It Mogul Show. We here on YouTube. We on Instagram. We on Facebook. If you see them M, you know it's us. Lock in, tap in. I have a lot more resources. Please pop out on the 22nd. If you're going into the 1Train Cypher, I'm not mad at you. But if you're not going into the 1Train Cypher, we're doing a whole Manifest Her Vision where I'm going to be giving you all the keys to attracting abundance, everything that he's been talking about. Those things is real, and we're going to put you in a position to win. That's what I'm going to do. I have resources on funding. I have resources on making sure that you turn your leisure into a business. I want all of y'all to build the life that you deserve. So thank you. Shout out to Dime. Follow Dime Smith. That's Dime with a Y, not an I. The creator of New Heat Studios that we sit here today. The creator of the Behind the Spotlight. So tap in. I am Sir Vijano Alexander. I am the one and only. My name is right there, and I am the only Vijano. So as I always say, if you can't find me, you ain't looking hard enough. And this is Making Moguls, where you either win with us or you watch us win. So thank you, and thank you, Steve, one more time.
Come on, man. Thank you, bro.
And let's do this, and we out, baby.
Yeah.